What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with another market watch today. Listen, the Grand Creators is going to be a massive set. It's a subset, but it's a big deal. It's actually going to be coming out at the end of this month, and you might want to start looking into getting some of these cards. Now, I'm not saying to pre-order, because we already know, historically speaking, whenever you pre-order, majority of those prices, like 99.9% of those prices, go down in value. But it's still good cards to pick up, still good cards to look at, and still good cards that you might want to be focusing on. So if you haven't looked in this set already, you might want to start doing it soon. Albion, the branded dragon, is rising in value even more than it currently is. The card price point right now is roughly around $19, and it's a card that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players are going to be needing real soon. Do you have yours? Let me know. Divine of the Hair is another great card. The card actually it looks like it's going down in value. The price point, though, is saying the opposite. It's roughly around $50 in value for this card. Now we'll go to past month. There it is. The chart actually flips over to going up in value. Divine of the Herald's a card that's obviously still being played in Drytrons, but even in the future might see played in other decks. It's still a phenomenal card, so if you don't have yours, hopefully a reprint comes soon, because that's kind of expensive. So, speaking of like expensive, the opposite of that is Nina Ruru, the Magic's Glass Goddess. Now, I'll be honest with you, I had to read this card's effect because I didn't know what this card did. But what I do know was this card's price point is tanking in value. I mean, it's pretty much stagnated. The price point of this card right now is roughly around $13 or $14, and the question is, do you buy it? Is it needed? Do you need it? Well, to be honest with you, this card pretty much is doing nothing. Its effect is not bad, but is it amazing? Not really. But the card is a collector's rare that's roughly around the $13 to $14 price point. That's insanely cheap for a card which, let's be honest, is just going to look really nice when you're buying it as a CR. It's not going to do much, but it'll look nice. And why not go ahead and grab one of these? Drytron, Minianis, Quadratids. These names are getting harder and harder by the day. Listen, the Draconids obviously is a CR that everybody wants to get, and more than likely has. It's not super expensive, but it's a good card, and definitely use it in Drytrons. Quadratids is the card nobody's really using right now, but I do believe this card is really good still, and in a little bit of a slower meta, this card would see play. The current version of this card's CR price point, by the way, is roughly around $17 to $18. That's not a bad price. You look at the market, see a tanking of value. You go to 1 month, it's basically stagnated. It's not a bad price point for this card. Not a lot of people looking at it. And if you are looking to play Drytrons, this is a card you're going to want to play. You're going to need this card. Elec the Golden Lord, for instance, though, going up in value, like a lot. So once again, 3 months, okay, deceptive though. Look, going down, deceptive though. The card's $60 still. Elec the Golden Lord doesn't look like it's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Now, obviously, the other two gold versions, the premium gold rare looks like garbage trash, but I really do like, and comment down below, let me know if you're agreeing with me. This is like JoJo Joe, Bizarre Adventure, but the Golden Lord version. Like, this looks like a stand. It looks so cool, and I hate gold rare. You know I hate gold rare. I like this card. I wish Konami made this as an ultimate rare. Overall, though, this is a cool card. Anyway. Going back to, if you do want to get the secret rares, listen, it's going to cost you a lot of money, and, yeah, it's a crazy amount. Or, hey, listen, I'm giving the pass to anyone. You can play the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure version of Elec the Golden Lord. Okay, that's the gold pass right there. The card says gold on it. It's okay. If you have this version, though, we go back to being unaccepted. Oh, wait, stupid articles. Stupid article got in my way. If you have this version, no, not cool. Get better, okay? It's same price. Stop being lazy. Anyway. Lightning Storm Starlight Rare is dirt cheap right now, and it's kind of crazy. Looking at the price point, it's showing a little bit of stagnation. You go back to the month, it actually went down in value. Obviously, Lightning Storm has a bunch of reprints, but Starlight Rare is the highest. Don't get it twisted. CRs is a joke and a bad one. Secret Rare looks better in my opinion. You let me know though. But looking at Starlight Rare version of Lightning Storm, $280 to near $300 a copy. It's on sale right now. You have to be out of your mind to not want this card. Now, don't get me wrong. If you don't have enough money, you can always get the ultra rare. I get it. But if you're debating on collector's rare, first edition secret rare, or Starlight Rare Lightning Storms, you're doing it wrong. Starlight Rare is the best version, hands down. I mean, don't get me wrong, an Ultimate Rare will look really nice, and I personally prefer Ultimate Rares, but the best version of Lightning Storm right now is definitely Starlight Rare. It's dirt cheap, it's really low in value, and it's not going to be this low for this long. I mean, look at even though there's people listing theirs, there's not really many. Look at the price range. Follow the prices as we go. Playsets galore, sure, but this card is going to hit $600 one day. Like, it's inevitable. Lightning Storm will be 6 bills easily. Double the price point is what I'm predicting this card's price to go to. A card with a Harvest Featherduster and a heavy and a Regeki effect. Yeah, pretty actually more like a lightning vortex. But anyway, a really good effect. Yeah, that's pretty good. This card's broken and it's currently at 3. Artifact Lancea used to be so cheap, by the way. Remember that? Remember? The card was roughly around $6 at one point. Looking at Artifact Lancea right now, you're looking at a card to be roughly around $9 to $10 per copy of Artifact Lancea. And it's worth it. This card's still really good. It has seen play for a while. It's due for another reprint. I would love to see one in a nice rarity, but as it stands right now, Bowser Legends Secret Rare Artifact Lanceas are definitely the best version to get. Then we have Stardust Dragon Colossus. This card as Soul Fusion has been rising up in value. I mean, look back in 3 months, you can see it's about to do a loop. Actually, we'll go back to a month, and there's right there, you see a little jump right there in value. If you want this card first version, original print for Stardust Dragon Colossus, you're looking to pay roughly around $22. Little fun fact, this card went in with Secret Rare, adds low. Let me see if we get it. No, they don't have it here. But it's showing to be like $10 for the unlimited. These are at 6s. That's how crazy this card has moved in value. That's why the Yu-Gi-Oh market, when I always say it, listen, focus on the banned cards. Nobody's looking at those. Nobody's talking about those. But those are the ones you should be focusing on. If a card gets banned on this current ban list, that's the card you should be getting. Don't tell nobody. Don't do nothing. Walk in there like a ninja. Grab the booty. Get out. That's the way I say it. By the way, Necros Max Rarity is on sale as well. Now, obviously, Bionic is still a money card. Like, this card's still money. But look at this. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. First edition versions are going down in value. They used to be 55 back in October. Today, you're seeing them roughly around 39s. Let's see if they stick with that. Let's see. Yep. I mean, even lower. This one over here is 36. $36. That's even less than what it is. You're going to, even in the past month, look at that jump down. Bionic is on sale. Necros Core on sale. Something nobody's looking at? Necros. Valkyries is another card that used to be worth a lot of money. And Valkyries appears to be going up. You can see over here kind of slowly going up. Necros and Valkyries right now, if you want a first edition version of this card, that's going to run you, what, $15? Not bad price for Necros or Valkyries, but those are the 2 highest expensive cards within the Necros core. After that, everything else gets cheaper. We're talking about Trishula. We're talking about Sophia, Gungnir. I mean, Necros is definitely dirt cheap right now. Nobody's really playing it right now, but it's still, I think it's still a really good deck core. Comment down below if you have it, or if you want to get it. Necros is something nobody's looking at right now. I think with Dogmatica with Necros, that's a really good build. And once again, everybody's sleeping on this. We also have Sylvans. Now, we know Sylvans or Sylvains or whatever people want to goofy call it. Sylvans are basically an old archetype that's now starting to get support. And because it's getting support, if you want original print versions of Sylvan Hermitry, look at that. Look at that. Original Sylvan Hermitries are roughly around $15 to $18 a copy. You want your Sylvans? They're money. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's really cool. I like Sylvans a lot. I actually have a good chunk of this deck core, including the Hermitries. But Sylvans being this high in value is kind of like, come on. Like, it's going back down. If you want to pick up your Sylvan core, I would save the expensive cards for last. The reason why is because obviously you just got to support announced to come out that we're not going to get immediately, and the price point will start going back down for cards like Sylvan Hermitry. So just wait on that. Get the rest of the core though. It's a great core. Speaking of which, Konami's releasing this Time Wizard format, and we really haven't had a chance to talk about archetypes that are used within the Time Wizard format. One of them, my favorite ones, is Bujins. Here's where it gets crazy, by the way. Bujin Yamato. Can I go back to a year? Yeah, okay. Bujin Yamato one price was roughly around $45 a copy. In fact, originally when I first started doing videos on this channel, Bujin Yamato was like 12 to I think $18 roughly, depending where you looked, for an Ulti Bujin Yamato at Astro Pack 5. Look at the card right now, it is tanked down because nobody's looking at it. Nobody's talking about it. Look at that drop. Bujin Yamato, as I'm filming up this video, is $23. After that one sold, by the way, it roughly hits around $25 to $26 for Bujin Yamato. Here's the crazy thing about this card. It's a card in which might be seen play in that Time Wizard format. And if that's to be the case, this card is not going to be cheap. It came out of Astro Pack 5. It's also rare. Once again, nobody's looking at it. You see a recurring theme. The rest of the Bujin core, by the way, especially the extra deck, is insanely high value max rarity, but it's not worth a lot at the moment. That's when you go in and get it. We're talking like Ulti Susanuos, you get a Ghost Amaterasu. Like, you're going to want to go in and grab the Bujin core right now. Once again, I want to really emphasize, if Time Wizard format takes off, which I do believe it will, I'm actually preparing a lot of decks myself. If it does take off, to me, when it does take off, the cards like Bujin Yamato and the rest of these cards are going to rise exponentially in value. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Specifically, especially if Konami starts making a separate price support for these cards and for this format, not even just the cards. So keep an eye on this. Like I said, you might want to start picking these cards up as soon as possible. Everyone's sleeping on it. I don't recommend people do that. I think out of the whole Time Wizard format, what we're going to see is one dominant sub-format. Some people say GOATs. Some people say Edison, 2011, 2013, 2014. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you. To me, none of this matters at all. The minute we have the winner, the dominant format, and once again, a lot of people like to say GOATs, but it's not really a dominant format. I don't want to burst any bubbles, but GOATs have been, let me just pause for everybody. GOATs have been brought out to such a disgusting degree. New players don't want to play GOAT format. It's a fun format. I enjoy the format. I own a lot of high revenue GOAT cards, and even I know GOATs have been drained so horribly. A new player does not want to go in and buy GOAT cards because stupid cards like Metamorphosis, commons are worth a crazy amount of money. And if you want to max revenue your GOAT deck, just forget about it because it's overpriced. The market is saturated. It's a bubble, and it's going to pop. And I think Time Wizard format might choose a format that's not GOATs, and that's when that bubble pops. That's my prediction. I'll lose a lot of money in value in cards, I'm going to be honest with you, but that's what I'm predicting as well. That's what I'm seeing. And we're going to see one format become the dominant format in Time Wizard format. And I think that it'd be smart by Konami to have one dominant format. Magic the Gathering has their version of modern format. This is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh's version of modern format. I've been saying it for years. If that is to be the case, formats like Edison might be the dominant format. 2013, 2011. These might be the dominant format. We're going to have one dominant format. We cannot sustain multiple formats in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This doesn't happen. This current format, we have enough room for one extra format. That's what we have enough room for without Konami getting their hands in and messing them up. Konami, don't make Speedos like thing again. It's dead. Let the dead die. Like, you killed Speedos, Konami. You did that. Nobody else did that. But looking at Time Wizard format, I do believe that we might see something that's not GOATs be the dominant format. What do you think it's going to be? Let me know down below. I want to be in the format that plays Blackwings. I'm biased, and Bujins, by the way. Blackwing via the Emblem of Honor, obviously going up in value because of the announcement of a Time Wizard format. I want to say Time Walker, I don't know why. The price on this card is roughly around $78 for an ulti, and that price is even relatively low. Blackwing value, the Emblem of Honor, was used in older formats. Obviously, it's needed in those older formats, so that's what we're seeing here right now. Play Spider's Army might be useful as well. The card's got a little bit of a bump in price point. And I might do a video just talking about specific cards within the Time Wizard format. We'll talk about videos and we'll break it down and talk about what cards you should get. Because the Market Watch Paisano then is talking a whole different bunch about a whole different amount of cards than the Paisano today. We are looking at two different markets, two different mentalities, two different things you can buy. Everything newer, you just wasn't exist, so you couldn't buy it. So, gonna be really interesting. Looking at Plague Spreader Zombie, though, this card's roughly around $120. Now, personally, Unlimited is not bad when we're talking crazy high value. And Unlimited version is roughly around $46. Like, the first version is inflated disgustingly. I would go on Unlimited Plague Spreader Zombies if you haven't got one already. Obviously, Effect Failure. Now, we don't know. I think Effect Failure came out in 2015, if I had to guess. So, or maybe late 2014. I don't think Effect Failure is used in any of these formats. But in current day Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's a needed card. And we're seeing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that hold Starlight Effect Failures, push them to the side, and get the ultis. Why? Because ultis look better. Yes, they're weaker cardboard than the Starlight counterparts, but they look better. Do you want to flex, or do you want to flap? Like, what are we doing here? And I think ulti Effect Failure obviously is the reason why everyone's going crazy. The price point's getting jacked up. You want a first edition version that's going to run you $435. A lot of money? Yeah. You don't pay because you like the card's effect. You pay for the flex. All right. Also, Stardust Dragon. Okay. In these older formats, Stardust Dragon might start seeing play again. If it starts seeing play against Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon, which is already insanely high in value. By the way, Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon being roughly around $1,300 is going to go even higher in these previous formats because the card was actually unironically used in these previous formats. If that is to be the case, Stardust Dragon First Edition Ghost Rare is going to go insane value. Now, if you go, V, what do? I don't want to buy a $1,300 Stardust Dragon. That's not cool. Okay, no big deal. What about this one? A Starlight Rare Stardust Dragon. Now, which one's more rare? We can argue Ghost Rare is more rare. We can definitely have that argument. I don't mind having that conversation. I think there's less Stardust Dragon Starlight Rares around. But Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare is more rare because those who do have it aren't getting rid of it. They're not coming off the card. And those who do have Stardust Dragon Starlight Rare, they're okay with coming off the card because that's common day Yu-Gi-Oh! That's not. So let me know which is your favorite version. I like them both. I think Ghost Ray is better. I own the Ghost Ray. I like it a lot. I don't own the Starlight Ray. I kind of want to pick this up as well. But they both look really good. And if older formats start picking up again, one of these cars is going to be the dominant one. And we'll talk about that in a future Market Watch. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you watching my videos. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, comment down below. It's your boy V. And you Paisanos have a great day. Oh, yeah. I might be streaming today on Twitch, so links to that down below. I'll see you around, Paisanos.